So wireless scanning. So in recording, it Wiggle should master part. Wiggle is a search engine or web-based service which accept feed from Wi-Fi scanner and show the listed networks on map. ESSID is the sequence of characters that uniquely identify a wireless local area network. Hiding the ESSID is poor method of attempting to achieve security through obscurity. Unfortunately, the ESSID can be obtained by sniffing the wireless environment and waiting for a client to associate to a network, then capturing that association. We can also actively de-authenticating a client to force the client to associate and then capturing that association. Kali Linux was released with several tools to facilitate the testing of wireless network. However, these attacks require extensive configuration to be fully effective. In addition, testers should acquire a strong background in wireless networking before they implement attacks or audit a wireless network. The most important tool in wireless security testing is the wireless adapter which connects to the wireless access point. It must support the tools that are used, especially the crackng suite subtool. In particular, the card chipset and driver must possess the ability to inject wireless packets into a communication stream. This is a requirement for attacks that require a specific packet types to be injected into the traffic stream between the target and the victim. The injected packets can cause a denial of service, allowing an attacker to capture handshake data needed to crack encryption key or support other wireless attacks. crackng site, that is www.earcrack-ng.org, contain a list of non-compatible wireless adapters. The most reliable adapters that can be used with Kali are the Alpha network cards, especially the AWS 036 NH adapters, which support wireless 802.11b, G, and N protocols. The alpha cards are readily available online and will support all the tests and attacks delivered using Kali. The aircraft crack tools are particularly well suited to capture the data needed to unhide a hidden ESSID as shown in the next steps. Here note. So how we do? At the terminal, we confirm that wireless is enabled on the attacking system by entering the following command. Command is iwconfig. We type iwconfig and press enter. Then it shows okay, it is a WLAN 0. That means it is a enable. And it shows wireless standards IEEE 802.11. And there is a ESSID that is a Chetan Soni. It may be our name or PC name. It may. So, what is wireless enumeration? Wireless enumeration steps involve setting up the correct hardware and software for Wi-Fi hacking. Some operating systems like Windows allow you to listen to traffic but don't permit you to inject Wi-Fi traffic, while others like Linux allow both. Also, some important tools used in Wi-Fi hacking like crackng work only with specific wireless adapters. Once the right hardware and software has been set up, tools like Wireshark can be used to analyze wireless traffic. So, in order to enable your wireless interface by entering the following WLAN 0 with a available. So here we need to replace WLAN 0 with available wireless interface that was identified in the previous steps. So the command is earmon -ng start WLAN 0. If If you reconfirm with ifconfig, you will see that there is now a monitoring or WLAN 0 mon address in use. Now use arrow dump to confirm the available wireless networks as given in the following command. Command is arrow dump -ng WLAN 0 mon. So if you confirm with ifconfig, you will see there is now a monitoring or WLAN 0 mon address in use. Now you can use arrow dump to confirm the available wireless network as given in the following command. Commands are arrow dump -ng. Yes. And it's so the BSS ID, it's so PWR beacons, it's so the data, it's so CHMB and encryption standard WPA2, cipher is the CCMP, authentication is PSK, and here it's so the length. As you can see, the third network ESS ID is identified only as a length 0. That means no other name or designation is used. The length of the hidden ESS ID is identified as being composed of some character. However, this value may not be correct because the ESS ID is hidden. The true ESS ID length may actually be shorter or longer than 10 characters. So what is important is that there may be clients attached to these particular networks. If clients are present, we will de-authenticate the client, forcing them to send the ESS ID when they reconnect to the access point. We rerun, arrow dump and filter out everything but the target access point. In the particular case, we will focus on collecting data from hidden network on channel 11 using the following command. Arrow dump -ng -c for channel. Here we give the channel number and then WLAN 0 on. So executing the command removes the output from the multiple wireless sources and allow the attacker to focus on the target ESS ID. The data that we get when the arrow dump command is executed indicate that there is a one station connected to the BSS ID, which in turn associated with the hidden ESS ID. To capture the ESS ID as it being transmitted, we have to create a condition where we know it will be sent during the initial stage of the connection between a client and the access point. Therefore, we will launch a de-authentication attack against both the client and the access point by sending a stream of packets that breaks the connection between them and forces them to re-authenticate. So, next step in wireless hacking methodology is gaining access. In these steps, to launch the attacks, open a new terminal and enter the commands as shown in following screenshot. Command is airplay -ng -o -0 10 -a and then the MAC address -c and then again the MAC address and WLAN 0 1. Here 0 indicates that we are launching a de-authentication attacks. 10 indicates that we will send 10 de-authentication packets. -a is the target access point and c is the client MAC address. So see again. -a is the target access point and c is the client MAC address. Here c is the client MAC address and -a is the target access point. -010 means we are sending 10 de-authentication requests. After all the de-authentication packets have been sent, return to the original window that monitors the network connection on channel 11 as shown in following screenshot. You will now see the ESSID in the clear. Once the initial reconnaissance has been done, it is time to execute attacks on the target wireless network. Fragmentation attacks. By launching a successful fragmentation attacks, we can obtain up to 1500 bytes of PRGA. What is PRGA? PRGA is a pseudo-random generation algorithm. So this attack does not reveal the WEP key but just fetches the PRGA. Once the PRGA is obtained, it can be used to generate packets that are then used for various wireless injection attacks. Then there are second type of gaining access, MAC spoofing. In that many access points have MAC filtering enabled. This means that only those devices whose MAC ID is in the access point's whitelist can connect to the wireless network. To bypass this, MAC address spoofing can be used to change the MAC address of a wireless adapter to the one matching the access point's whitelist. SMAC is one such tool on Windows that helps changes the MAC address of network adapter. In Kali, there is a MAC changer. Then there is a de-authentication attack. This type of attack is used to forcefully disconnect users who are actively connected on the target access point. This is a type of denial of service attacks. Then there is a man in the middle attack. In this type of attacks, the attacker first deauthorizes a valid active users from the access point, then forces the victim users to connect to a fake access point, finally intercept all the data that the victim sent and receives during the session. Then there is a event twin attacks. In this type of attacks, the attacker set up an access point that pretend to be legitimate by limiting another genuine access point within the area. Users connect to the rough access point, which is exactly the twin of the original access point. Once the users are associated with the rough access point, the attacker can then intercept and tamper all network traffic passing through it. Then, the next type of possible attacks are break Wi-Fi encryption. So the next step involves finding the encryption key used in the target wireless network. And the wireless, the earcrack toolset, which include tools like earmon ng, aerodump ng, air replay ng, earcrack ng, can be effectively used to crack the encryption key. So now we'll discuss tools that exploiting WEP weakness. So before going to discuss the tools that exploit WEP weakness, we may see some objective questions related to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And I will put the link in our lectures. So the first question is WPEP is designed to offer security comparable to which of the following? Answer is wired network. WEP security and wired network security is almost equivalent. Now WPA, WPA2 provide better security than wired network. Which of the following operates at 5 GHz? We have discussed in previous lectures. 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, 802.11i. Answer is A. 802.11. Which of the following specifies security standards for wireless? Only 802.11i specifies security standards. Rest 3 do not bothers for security standard. They just bothers for the speeds, that is maybe 5 gigahertz and the download speeds. Which of the following options show the protocol in order from strongest to weakest? So strongest to weakest. So which one is the strongest? So this may be WPA2, then WPA strongest, then less stronger, then less stronger, then less stronger. So maybe answer is D. Which of the following is designed to locate wireless access points? Site survey, traffic analysis, pattern recognition, cracking. Site survey. What is a client-to-client wireless connection called? Ad hoc. Infrastructure client server peer-to-peer ad hoc. So client-to-client wireless connection called ad hoc. When a wireless client is attached to an access point, it is known as which of the following? Infrastructure client server peer-to-peer infrastructure. Blue snarping is used to perform what type of attacks? Send spam text message, read information from a device, deposit malware on a system, distribute file onto a system. Snarping means read information from a device. Monitor mode is used by wireless card to what? Capture traffic from an associated wireless access point, capture information from ad hoc networks, capture information about wireless network, capture traffic from access point. C. Captures information about wireless network. Honeypot is designed to do what? Look for pattern of non-attacks, looks for deviations from non-traffic pattern, attract victim to connect to it, analyze attacks pattern. Answer is C. Attract victims to connect to it. An SSID is used to do which of the following? Identify a network, identify clients, prioritize traffic, mask a network. Identify a network. Here, PCAP is used to do which of the following? Assist in the sniffing of the wireless traffic, allow network traffic to be analyzed, allow the identification of wireless network attack activity, assist in the sniffing of the wireless traffic. Next is what is the rough access point? An access point not managed by a company, on an managed access point, a second access point, a honey point device. Answer is access point not managed by a company. Bluejacking is a means of which of the following? Tracking a device, breaking into the device, sending unsolicited message, crashing a device. Answer is C. Sending unsolicited message. The term warp driving process involves which of the following? Locating wireless networks, breaking into wireless network, sniffing traffic, performing spectrum analysis. Correct answer is A. Locating wireless network. Wire choking is used to do which of the following? Discover wireless network, hack wireless network, make other aware of wireless network, analyze a wireless network. Answer is C. Make others aware of a wireless network. A closed network is typically which of the following? Public network, private network, hotspot, kiosk location. Answer is B. Private network is a closed network. Which features make WPA easy to defeat? AES encryption, WPS support, TKIP support, RS4 support. WPS support. What is a PSK? The password for the network, the certificate for the network, a key entered into each client, a distributed password for each user. Correct answer is C. A key entered into each client. Which of the following is a device used to perform a denial of service attacks on a wireless network? WPA jammer, WPA2 jammers, WEP jammers, Wi-Fi jammers. Correct answer is Wi-Fi jammer. So I have put in the link, you may practice. But the lectures we are discussing today are not covered in tomorrow exam. Tomorrow exam only cover Unit 1 and Unit 2. So you may go through the lecture slide of Unit 1 and Unit 2. I have made questions only from Unit 1 and Unit 2 lecture slides. So now, next topic of today lecture is tools that exploiting WEP weakness. So the first well-known, well-used tool is crackng. Is another popular tool for cracking WEP passwords. It can be found in the Kali distribution of Linux. Deploying a screenshot shows how we have sniffed a wireless network and collected packets and created a file rhawep01.cap. Then we run it with crackng to decrypt the cipher. So how they see? They run the command crackng and store that results. No. First they created the file and they passing rhawep01 cap to aircrackng. So aircrackng is opening this cap files and it's reading 44,315 packets. And it is also showing BSS ID, ESS ID and encryption standards, that is WEP. It is choosing first network as a target and then again opening RHAWEP01.cap. Attacks will be restarted every 5,000 captured packets and they starting PWA attacks with 7,565 IVS. And they found the key. They decrypted, 100% decryption completed, and they found one key. Sorry, we go to the last. Next tool for exploit WEP weakness is Kismet. Kismet is a powerful tool for wireless sniffing that is found in Kali distribution. It can also be downloaded from its official webpage kismetwireless.net. Let us see how it's work. First of all, open a terminal and we type Kismet. Then it start the Kismet server and we have to click yes when we see flowing a screenshot. The another tool that we use to exploit WEP weakness is NetStumbler. So when we click on yes, this screen will open and this is the actual screen of Kismet. And what Kismet will start doing when we open? Kismet will start to capture data, deploying a screenshot so how it would appear. So they will say, I got 16 networks, I got 5,662 packets, I am getting, the tool Kismet is getting 59 packets per second, and then they show we are not getting any GPS data, they are showing some MAC address, they also show the encryption standards for network type. Here network type is wired/IP. Then they show some packets and we can analyze packets with it. So the another tool other than Kismet is NetStumbler. NetStumbler is another tool for wireless hacking that is primarily meant for Windows system. It can be downloaded from www.stumbler.net. It is quite easy to use NetStumbler on your system. You just have to click the scanning button and wait for the result as shown in the flowing screen. So we click on the scanning. So it is important to note that your card should support monitoring mode. Otherwise, you will fail to monitor it. And it should display a screenshot as flow. So network Stumbler will show they find 4 channel 13611. They find flowing SSID 101, Hydrotega K, Linksys, T-Burns laptop, and they find so many filters. We can do either encryption off or we can do encryption on. We can go with ESSAP. We can go with IBSS peer filter. We can go with CFO level filter. We can go to short preamble filter, or we can go with default SSID. So what we select, we will get their MAC address. They will also show their respective SSID, their channel number, the vendors or the manufacturers who created this MAC card, and it also shows the type. So along with Kismet, along with NetStumbler, along with crackng, the another most important tool that we use for exploiting WEP weakness is WEP crack. Is a popular tool to crack WEP password. It can be downloaded from sourceforce.net/project/WEP crack. So this is the WEP crack GUI. It's when we go to monitor option, it will show the name, it will show BSS ID, it will show the channel number, it will show the quality. They will say show the encryption standards, all are WEP here, and we can start monitor, we can close monitor, and there is a two option. Here we are selecting WEP, so they are only listing WEP. We can click on WPA, then they will enlist WPA networks. But along with Kismet, NetStumbler, WEP crack, crackng, crackng is the most popular tool for cracking WEP password. It can be found in the Kali distribution of Linux, the following screenshot. So how we snip that, as we have discussed already. So now the quiz. Which wireless standard has a bandwidth up to 54 Mbps and signals in a regulated frequency spectrum around 5 GHz? Options are 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, 802.11i. Think. So we have discussed all these 802.11 A, B, G, I in a detail. But in exam, if I am making objective question, then I can't say describe 802.11. In objective, this type of questions frame. So read carefully Unit 1 and Unit 2 in order to solve tomorrow exams questions. So here answer is 802.11. Another question is Bluetooth hacking refers to the exploitation of Bluetooth stack implementation vulnerability to compromise sensitive data in Bluetooth-enabled devices and networks. Which of the following Bluetooth attack refers to the sending unsophisticated messages over Bluetooth to the Bluetooth-enabled devices such as PDA and mobile phones? Options are blue smacking, blue jacking, blue snarping, blue snip. So we should know Bluetooth hacking is a blue snarping. Bluetooth is not part of our syllabus, but we should know. That's why I put one question. So Till now, I have given you 4 assignments, but I so after giving all 4 assignments, I realized when we are going to give exam in a multiple choice option or objective types exam, then there should be one assignment that will cover the quiz. So I find 50 most important questions from ethical hacking and almost 40-45 from our syllabus. 5 are just for the knowledge that are not for our syllabus. So this will be the assignment 5 here. I have why number changes 50, 49 for here the number. So I added 50 questions. Okay. So now there is a 50 questions and this is the quiz assignment. This is the last assignment that will and these 50 questions are the most important question asked in certified ethical hacker exam also. So you may go through it, you may learn it, not for this exam, but for future exams, maybe future CEH, maybe our next internal exam or maybe final exam if that will be objective. So we finished lecture 1 of unit 4. I am downloading the PPT, I am downloading PDF. So it will be assigned 1. There will be another assignment that will be there. Okay. So, browse and page of 50. No due date. No due date. You may submit. No due date. There are sign. So now coming to lecture PPT. So due to the this exam and due to this summer exam coming within few weeks, so there will be no lab classes in afternoon. In afternoon, I am making slides and I will discuss the theory: firewall landscape, firewall identification, scanning through firewall, packet filtering, and proxy vulnerabilities. And maybe Wednesday, if you have some time in your schedule, then you can inform me. I shall take lecture 22 on Wednesday. Or if you have a 2 slots available, then I can take the 2 lectures on Wednesday and I will finish unit 4. Okay, so ending the class. Thank you so much. That will be your